Today's Woman is brought to you by
Gino Pomo Tomato Mix.
Hi everyone, and welcome to the Today's Woman show. My name is Audrey, your host, and like you, I can't wait to be inspired by my next guest. We will be celebrating a trailblazer whose journey spans health, academia, the arts, and community impact. She's a woman who has broken barriers in spaces where few women have gone before, and yet she carries her story with grace, creativity, and purpose, redefining what it means to live fully and lead boldly. Sponsors of this show are, as always, Gino Tomato Mix, Onion and Pepper Mix, Jollof Mix, and So Aesthetics. To set the ball rolling, and in honor of my guest today, allow me to touch on the subject, power in multiplicity. How one woman can be a professor, an artist, a mother, and advocate all at once. Have you ever been told to choose? Choose one career, choose one passion, choose one role, as if a woman must shrink to fit a single box. But what if the real power lies in embracing it all? To be a professor, artist, mother, and advocate all at once is not a conflict. It's simply harmony. Each role strengthens the other. Scholarship deepens advocacy, creativity fuels leadership, motherhood grounds ambition with empathy, and advocacy turns personal success into community change. This is the beauty of my Today's Woman. She doesn't have to trade one part of herself for another. She can thrive in every dimension. And when she does, she doesn't just live fully, she lights the way for others to do the same. So here's the reminder. You don't have to choose between your passions and your purpose. You can be many things and powerful in them all. That is the power in multiplicity. We're going to go for a short commercial break. Stay tuned. Welcome back. My sponsors, as always, Gino Tomato Mix, Onion and Pepper Mix, Jollof Mix, Gino Truly Cares, and So Aesthetics, So You, So Beautiful. Now, as always, you're watching Today's Woman because you want to know who Today's Woman is. Please keep watching. Here she is.
Professor Patience Asue Abor has etched her name in history as the first female full professor at the University of Ghana Business School. A scholar, nurse, and leader, she embodies the power of determination and excellence. With degrees spanning nursing, health services management, environmental health, and a PhD in management from the University of Southampton, her academic journey reflects depth, resilience, and vision. Her groundbreaking research in healthcare governance, policy, and socioeconomic health outcomes has been published in some of the world's most respected journals. But Professor Abor is more than her titles. She is an actress, a musician, and the founder of XGLOW Foundation, using her gifts to touch lives far beyond the classroom. Her journey is one of breaking barriers and inspiring the next generation of women leaders in Ghana and across Africa. Professor Patience Abor is proof that excellence knows no boundaries.
So my dear viewers, Professor Patience Abor. You know, I tell people I'm the one who gets most excited about the guests that come on the air. Have a seat.
It's so exciting meeting. I told you I needed to soak it in.
Well, take it all in. This is your moment, as I take you in. So welcome to the show.
My gracious, thank you. Thank you so
lovely,
much.
Lovely, and thank you for honoring our invitation to have you here.
The honor is all mine.
Oh, now come.
It's such a privilege.
It's your day, not mine.
Oh, thank you.
It's your day today.
Thank you.
How you've been able to do so many things which are outside of academia, and yet you're a full professor. It's just the one that I can't get to. Growing up, what did you really want to be?
Truthfully,
Tell me.
I wanted to just sing and dance.
Seriously?
Yeah.
But you must have been a very bright child.
Strangely enough, yes, I wasn't a serious student, but I happened to just be.
Naturally
Naturally
bright.
I think God just gifted me with that one because I remember going to school and I never wrote notes. I don't even sit in the classroom. And so it's very difficult for me now to advise somebody that, oh, take your book seriously, because I never did that. I think God just had mercy on me. Yeah.
But then
so.
you obviously did your schooling and then went into nursing. Was that your first career?
Yes, that was my first
Your
career.
first career.
That was my first
Why
career.
nursing though?
I met a nurse. I met a very beautiful, she practiced nursing in such a way that it looked like it was the only profession on earth. And she spoke about it as well. Just a little interaction with that lady, and by the time I left, I told myself, I'm going to be a nurse.
Serious?
Yeah, yeah. She made it look like it was a ministry. And I remember attending a youth camp, and one of the speakers happened to be a nurse. He was a guy. He spoke and then he said, oh, nursing is one of those blessed professions where you happen to be there when life is entering the world by way of delivery, and then you are also there when the life is exiting, when people are dying. And in between that space of life coming into the world and life exiting the world, you are privileged to have made some impact in the life of human beings. And that just sealed it.
So that, would you say that has been your guiding principle?
It has been. It has been. And so the very short time I was a nurse, that has always been my driving force. And when I go to the hospital, I'm like, I just want to kill myself in there to get somebody out of the place.
But if it was so fulfilling, why did
I leave?
That's it.
I know. Life happened. I got married whilst I was still a student.
Okay.
And so when I was done with my nursing and I had to do the professionals, by then I was pregnant, and it was that's a whole story for another day. Pregnancy and
being in school,
trying to get my license as a nurse there was a conflict.
Okay.
And I think that whole struggle just drove the thing out of me. And then a whole lot happened in the hospital as well at that time. And then I said, okay, maybe I should go and take care of the childbearing thing. And when I'm done, I can probably come back. Yeah.
Okay.
So I went to have babies. And whilst having babies, I said, oh, that would be too idle, just waiting to have a baby. So I decided to do a master's. And so by the time I was done with the babies, I had a master's, and I came back and they said, oh, with a master's, you should probably just go and teach.
So you did a master's in nursing?
I did a master's in environmental health because I had traveled to Cape Town, where my husband was doing his PhD, and I was just having a baby, and I was just home doing the whole wifely stuff, and I got bored. So I wanted a course I could do for master's whilst being at home taking care of my, and I had this research-based master's. 1 year. You didn't need to come for lectures, so it was just convenient.
You just sit at home whilst you're mothering as well.
Yeah, when you put the baby to sleep, you read a letter. So it was so flexible. So it was in environmental health.
Would you think that because your husband was there in doing his PhD, that also obviously inspired you to also consider furthering education?
I'm not sure if to call it inspiration, but
give him some credit. Come on.
I will give. I think there must be some inspiration, but I think around that time I kind of felt like
because you didn't like learning.
He's doing PhD, and I'm just here taking care of babies. I felt so useless, kind of, and I felt like, no, you can do better than just sit.
Challenged.
I was challenged. I think that's the word. I was challenged.
You were challenged to improve on it. Improve on yourself.
Yes, I shouldn't just sit here and just be babysitting. So yeah, that's why I did that master's program.
But for somebody who didn't like studying,
I don't.
How did you get through that? Because master's means you're doing a lot of research, a lot of reading, and you don't like studying.
I don't. It just, like I said, I'm blessed with a very sharp memory.
Okay.
So if you give me about 3 articles right now to read, give me a few seconds and I'll just glean through and I'll tell you everything there
You're
is in that.
blessed.
Yeah, that's why I said God just had mercy on me. So I don't spend that much time trying to study.
Okay.
But when I do, I get it. And when I get it, I get it. You can't take it off my mind. There's nothing that will make me forget.
Wow.
Yeah.
So like a photographic memory.
Exactly.
You
exactly.
do, so you keep things.
Yeah.
So take today in.
Yes.
Because you're sitting right here.
I am with you. Do you know how long I've been watching you? You have no idea.
Honestly,
Even when you left, I was still watching the screen. Then you come back. I can't believe I'm watching you.
By God's grace,
I
you're
am
back here.
Yes.
And you're here.
And I am here.
You know, I always feel very humbled when you find people who said, well, I used to watch you 11 years ago, or how many years ago.
Yeah.
And then today I'm actually sitting here.
I'm sitting here.
And really, truly is, for me, I feel blessed, super blessed to have you.
You are indeed blessed.
In terms of the fact that you are also having your day. Today is your day.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with me. So let's continue to hear this story. So now you've done your master's.
I did my
You didn't
master's.
stop at doing master's. You went on to do a PhD.
No, it didn't happen like that.
Then please take us through it, because it's like you don't like studying when you
I don't like study. I'm usually pushed, like I do it under duress, kind of like I'm forced to or I'm challenged to. But on my own, to just say, oh, I'm going to go and do it. No. So after the master's, we came back to Ghana, and I went to the Ministry of Health that they should post my nurse.
Okay.
But I just happened to have gone to do a master's, and I'm back. I want to go back to the hospital, and they said, oh, no. What master's did you do? I did environmental health. They're like, yeah, they're even looking for teachers at the School of Hygiene in Kolebu. So that's where I was posted to.
Imagine. So basically, you just stumbled into life.
Yes. That's why I said it didn't
go
like, yeah.
So how long did you lecture at the School of Hygiene?
I was at the School of Hygiene teaching there. I think after a year, I realized, oh, okay, so this teaching is not even, it's not that bad, even though I never wanted to be a teacher. If my mom hears me today, she's going to have a good laugh.
Because like you said, your mother was a teacher.
My mom is a teacher. And she always, when we were growing, I used to tell her, this teaching, never. If it is the last profession on earth, I will never do it.
Why didn't you like it?
I didn't like the conditions. My mom, she had taught for so many years, and they just kept posting us from one village to the other, and I was just following her through all this. And my schooling was just like, you go to school 2 years here, and then they posted to another village, and I have to end up in some village where there's no car because my mom is teaching there. And I just didn't, I thought that was all teaching was about, and I just didn't like it. And now I'm teaching at School of Hygiene, and then when I went to class, I think from the very first day, the students just loved me. So they were part of the reason why I stayed teaching.
What's not to love about you? I barely known you, an hour, and yet I just feel
you're
that
really in love.
I'm in love. Your soul just radiates such positivity.
Oh, thank you.
But I mean, so you did that, and then...
Yeah, so I now started liking the teaching. And I'm like, okay, so if I'm going to be teaching, then I must as well just, like the accounts would say, I was a bomb and so I had to get myself stabilized, find out what it takes to progress in this field.
The field.
Yeah. So I heard they were doing an MPhil at the University of Ghana Business School in health. I still didn't want to leave the health. Strangely enough, even though I had left the hospital, I now started thinking about all the things that were happening in the hospitals that I didn't have answers to.
Okay.
Why would you go to the ward, you are taking care of a patient and you don't have enough supply? Who is it that makes those decisions about how many gloves we should have, how much medications to buy? Who are those behind those decision making? So I started getting curious. And that's why I went to do an MPhil in health services management to understand all the things that happen outside of the ward that affect your care at the bedside. Yeah. So that led me to another master's.
Hey, so you have 2 masters?
I have 2 masters. I had 2 masters. So those second masters were then at the University of Ghana Business School. But because it was an MPhil, usually when you do an MPhil, they expect that MPhil, you are going to teach.
Yes.
And so before I could even submit my thesis, my head of department, then Professor Donfe said, so what do you think? You are going to submit your thesis and go back to School of Hygiene? And I said, yeah, because that's where I'm coming from. I said, no, we need you here. You are very good at, sometimes I do presentations in class, and I think they were watching.
Okay.
So my head of department said, no, we've been watching you. You need to come back here and teach. You leave that School of Hygiene. And
so
that's how they
literally poached you.
He literally filled the application form for me to come to the University of Ghana.
You know, somebody listening to this is probably thinking, this woman, she just walked in grace. You know what I mean? From
Grace might be an explanation to it.
You just walked in grace
I think,
because you wanted to sing and dance.
Just sing and dance and act.
And act.
When I sleep, I dream and see myself on screen. That
Seriously?
I'm acting and like I'm traveling around and I'm just part of the script and I'm doing that script. That's all I see.
Not teaching,
not what
you're doing today.
No.
But there is a certain sense of fulfillment in what you're doing today, for sure.
Yeah, there is.
There's a certain sense of you.
There is.
Now, the day you were actually awarded professorship, how did it feel to you?
Professorship. How did I even become a professor? So later on, they sacked me to go and do a PhD. I didn't do a PhD by myself. They said, if you don't have a PhD, you should leave the University of Ghana. So we went by force to do it. So after PhD, when you come back, you now become a proper lecturer. That time onwards, every year you have to apply to renew your appointment, unless you become a professor. So I'm bringing you to how I became a professor. The professor was to stabilize your appointment and regularize your stay.
No way.
So it's not like
we have to
it's
be
not like
respecting professors.
You just enjoy being a professor. You need to secure your tenure. I mean, as a lecturer.
Yeah.
So with that one, nobody can fire you anymore unless you do something really strange.
Okay.
You don't need to apply to renew your appointment.
Okay.
You are there. You are now just there until 70 or whatever.
That's why you have
there.
older. When you hear of professors, you hear more of the older.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So
generation.
I decided if I will be doing it later on in life, why don't I just do it now? So I started writing. And to be a professor, you need to do a lot of research, a lot of community service, a lot of administrative work, a lot of student supervision. It's a whole lot of things, not just teaching.
Now, how were you able to do all of these things? Because it's obviously time-consuming, as well as being a mother to 3 children.
3 children, who are not even, I call them ninjas. Yeah.
Why?
Hey, these people can stress. These people can stress. 2 boys. 2 boys and a girl who herself is equally like a boy.
Well,
so,
but what happens? She has 2 brothers and a very strong mother. So she's like a boy.
It was crazy. It was crazy. Doing all that together. I remember one day breastfeeding whilst driving because I needed to attend an interview. And people were staring at me at the traffic light. You know when the traffic stops?
Yes.
And the baby was crying. And we are alone. I don't have a babysitter. And this baby is just screaming in the car. So I put her across my desk. I know police would have arrested me, but thank God for grace, right?
Yes, for grace.
So I just put her legs across me, removed my breast, put it right in front. She was sucking and I was driving. I needed to go for an interview. I'm late.
And so when you got to the interview, what did you do?
I took care of the receptionist. That was at Labadi Beach Hotel. There was this job I wanted. So I got to there. So I begged the lady, can you just keep this? If this woman had even run away with my baby, can you just take care of this baby? I need to enter in there, have a short interview and come back. But because the baby was breastfeeding, when I took care of the breast, you know how breast milk spill? So by the time I entered the interview, it was drawn
on your shirt.
Yeah, the lady who was just saw me and said, are you breastfeeding? And I said, yes. And you want this job? I said, yeah. Guess what? I didn't even have work experience. They wanted somebody with 10 or 15 years of experience. But I still applied and I came for the interview. I got it.
Look at that. Your name is not Patience. Your name is Grace. I've renamed you.
You've changed my name.
My goodness.
I got it because I said I had experience of taking care of my brother whilst my mom went back to school. So I have leadership qualities. I can influence, I can change direction, I can set goals. I've been doing that for a lot of years. From the age of 11, I was a mother. And if I could plan my life and plan that of my younger brother to go to school in the absence of my mom, I think that organization, I could easily manage it. It's management. Plan, coordinate, lead, right? And I've been doing that when I was 11. That was my experience.
My goodness. You know, I'm just looking at you and I'm just saying, I mean, if everybody had this grit, you know, life would be even easier for all of us.
I believe we've all been managing, we've all been leading. It's just a matter of putting it now in perspective.
But I also think that women, what we do and who we are is greatly undervalued and underplayed.
Yeah. So we all suffer from that imposter syndrome.
Imposter syndrome, yes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Having to all the time.
Yeah.
But now, apart from all of this in the academia, you are also a creative.
Yeah.
And not only do you sing, you act.
I act.
Oh my God.
I actually got to act in Shelley Frimpong-Manso's movies. You
What?
have no idea. I didn't even sleep the day before the shoot.
Are you serious?
Yes.
And you're not a trained actor, it's just a passion?
No, she organizes auditions, and I go for the audition.
Patience.
Yeah, so even as a professor, I went for audition. I'm not even sure Shelley knows me. She doesn't even know me, yeah.
No, I mean, not that she even knows you,
She
but
doesn't
that's
know
you.
who
So when you
it is
hear...
that came for the audition. She doesn't know. We all went. A whole crowd at the place was packed. I sat through from morning to evening from my 10. And I went for the auditions. And I got the role.
Hey!
Yes.
I'm telling you, I'm not calling you Patience. I said Grace.
My name is Grace.
This is serious.
Yeah, so I act. That one I'm so passionate about. As for that one, I'm very deliberate about it because I really like it. I really like to act.
Because, I mean, one thing you have in your favor is the fact that you memorize, you just look
I
at
can
lines and
get
then
the
you
lines.
know them.
Exactly.
And then you've got to actually, oh, please
Express
give me
it.
some of that gift.
You have it. You think you don't have it? What makes you think you don't have it?
I mean, I sometimes I see people, I'm working on that because now I'm doing a lot of word games. I'm doing a lot of things that enhance memory.
Memory, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
because
a very
I
good
find
thing,
that, yes,
actually,
because
yeah.
as you get older, you lose a lot
You
of those
forget,
things. And they tell
yeah.
you things, doing things like crossword puzzles, like Sudokus,
Yeah.
you know, word games and stuff. They bring your brain alive,
Back.
and it's very, very important.
It is.
Because now reading is not as common as it was before.
No,
You know,
no,
people
it's
were
not.
doing a lot of that by
Yeah.
reading.
Yeah.
Now everything is ebooks or you've got audio
Things
books
are
and
so
stuff like
fast.
that. Yes,
Yeah.
fast paced. So
Very
you have to be
fast.
very intentional
Yeah.
about keeping some of them in. But yours is actually God-given. So,
I think so.
so nobody's going to try and compete on your level. Now let's come back to your creative side.
Yeah.
What roles have you played?
I've mostly, I don't know, I think I look like a mother, right?
Yes.
So it looks like I've been doing all this mothering stuff.
Mothering roles.
I think the first role I got from Shelley's production was in Scorned. She had this movie
yes.
first, long
Yes.
way, some years
Yes,
ago.
yes.
I was in Scorned as a nurse. Coincidentally, I was actually a nurse. And she actually gave me the role of a nurse.
I'm going to YouTube to go and watch this thing again to
Scorned,
see.
yes, I was the nurse in Scorned. And then she had another audition, and I auditioned, and I got the role of David Donto's girlfriend, side chick, with a child. I had a child for Anita Erskine's husband in a series called Dede.
Yes, of course I know Dede.
Dede, yes, I was in Dede.
Were you in Dede?
Yes, I was in Dede.
Oh, I love Dede.
Yes, I was in Dede. I went for auditions, and I got a role in Dede. Yeah.
No way.
And after the day, Shelley called me again for another series they called Madame, where it was this lady, Jocelyn Dumas, who was the main character. Yes, and I was in that series too, Madame.
Wow.
But aside that, I do stage performances at the National Theatre, where people pay and come and watch. So I do
I'm just
stage.
looking at you.
I do stage.
You do stage?
Yeah, I do stage.
So what stage
I've been
performances
in-
you've done?
The recent one was titled Where Two or More Women Are Gathered. And it was more about women and the affirmative action and
Okay.
the things women go through and stuff. And then I've done one called Romantic Nonsense. I think that was maybe 10 years ago or so. Yeah. Yeah. Judas Iscariot in Accra. You May Kiss the Corpse. Yeah, those stage performances.
My goodness.
Yeah.
You're very active.
I am.
Do you ever sit back and just take it all in? Or you go?
Sometimes I do. Once a while, I sit back and look at it. And sometimes it's even scary. When I sit back, it scares me. So I think I'm better off
You don't-
just being go. So I don't have to think too much. Because,
What kind of lecturer do you think your students think you are?
Depends on which level. So my students who are at the undergrad level they think I'm this strict headmistress-like person who doesn't
You're
smile.
a teacher's daughter.
So that one, then my mom will come in there. But when you come to the master's level and the PhD level,
More mature
Yeah,
students.
I am more relaxed, and I'm myself
Okay.
with them because they are not kids. So
Yeah.
they see me as this very animated lecturer who makes them laugh. We could actually laugh in class for the next lecturer to come out and tell them, some of us are trying to have a lecture here. And then they'll tell them, she's a lecturer.
Seriously?
Yeah. So I present my lectures in a very engaging
Way.
manner and try to be
Interactive.
creative about it so you
Yes.
don't forget. I don't think anybody has left my lecture and forgotten anything I said. You can't.
Do you think that that's the benefit of being a creative, bringing that into the academia.
Been so useful.
It has.
Audrey, it's been, I think it's helped me a lot. The creative part of me has really made my teaching very engaging and interesting, and there are no dull moments in my lecture hall, no.
And it's maybe because of that, you're seeing the people, you're actually acting in front of an audience, and the audience are your
unconsciously.
Unconsciously,
yes,
are your students.
Yes,
are your students. But how about your children?
My children, my children, we have this very complicated relationship. In one breath, they deal with me as if I'm their age we sit mates. In the same class, kind of.
Peer.
Yeah. Yes. I remember a few days ago, I asked my son to zip and I've put on weight. So the zip was very tight. He was struggling. Then he said, Mommy, you are about 40 years old. Weight comes with age. You need to change your wardrobe.
What?
He's not even going to say the thing for me to feel better about myself.
No.
He had to remind me how old I am.
Seriously?
Yes. That's my last born, 15. He told me to get a life. I mean, change my wardrobe. What is this? They should be forcing and closing my zip. What is this? Yeah, so I have that with them. But then when I have to switch and become a mother,
which like every parent does.
Yeah, so I take off the hat depending on the situation. But my daughter now, she claims she's now my stylist, person, manager. Ooh. She tells me when to charge and what not to be giving people for free. Yes. And all of that. I think
that our children, they commercialize everything.
Everything. So it's not only my own.
No. Children commercialize. Me, they think I'm silly.
That's my exactly kids what my daughter said.
They always come and say, "That's for you. Look at you. You're
always
doing
all
something
this for free."
Yes.
Yeah. She said, I have a network and I'm supposed to be making money out of the network and I'm just introducing people. Because
you see, just take a look at it. These days, people are influencing and getting paid for it.
Yeah.
You know, life is no longer about
service and humanity.
As we did, the drudgery of getting up every single day, going to toil and coming back with just the pittance.
Yeah.
Somebody gets there and their camera is what gives them the money.
Yeah.
You know, they know how to promote self. They have absolutely no inhibitions.
Nope.
None at all.
Nope.
So that it's a different age.
Yeah.
Whether it's Gen Z, whether it's millennial, whether it's Alpha, Gen Alpha,
all the same.
They're all the same. Yeah. You know, in that
everything
age.
Is commercialized. Yeah.
But now your job as an advocate.
Yeah. I do that through. I have a foundation. I'm not
which
sure
yes.
Ex-Glow Foundation, Extending God's Love. Ex-Glow.
Oh.
Yeah.
So obviously you are very strong spiritually. I always like to meet people.
I had to.
So what was the wake-up call for you?
Spirituality?
Yes.
I think you know how we are all born into church, but then you just go to church and think it's another group to go. But then I became very serious when I got to the secondary school and I joined the SU.
Hey,
and
SU.
I actually went to SU just to dance, not because...
Serious?
Yeah, because they used, they play a lot of music.
I have to tell you this funny story about me and SU. So going to school, there was those who go to SU, and the SU people, they could pray in tongues. Hey. So I think I must have been in Form 1 or Form 2. And I went to Achimota School. So one of the spare rooms in one of our, we all gathered in there. And by force, that day, the Holy Spirit had to descend. So we all had to speak in tongues.
Everybody.
It's just like, and we went praying. You can't just get gift. It is a gift.
It's a gift, yeah.
You can't demand it.
Yeah.
Hey, but here we were just trying to rattle and force things to come, And I haven't heard of any other generation that was really into scripture union as like we that. Were. I think
that generation is gone. I'm not sure SU is even the same.
I don't think. I don't.
So there was an SU meeting where they had a gospel rock show, and they invited Mary Gansa.
Okay, yes.
And her team those days. And we don't go. We just stand out there, and when the music is on, we come and dance and move out. So I was just jumping in to dance, and I saw this pretty. She was she was like some angel from. She was so pretty, and I was just staring at her. I'm like, hey, so this beautiful woman is serving God. Look at me and my face. Walking around not wanting to serve. Like, who am I? I just started questioning myself. I'm like, but this woman, she's prettier than I am. She's fair. She has all that. And she's just serving God. That's how I just walked into the service and was just staring at Mary Gansa. And then she's singing. The next thing I realized, I was in front raising my hands.
Wow.
Accepting
Giving your
Christ.
yes, your life.
So I did that under Mary Gansa, and from that day onwards, I started becoming serious, reading Bible and actually finding out things for myself. And I haven't.
That was your calling. That was the moment.
It has shaped my life.
That was the moment that you were called.
Yeah.
And do you think you're living your authentic self?
I believe so. I believe so. I believe even though I stumble into teaching, I believe it's actually my calling, because over the years I hear students come back and the things they tell me I didn't just teach them curriculum. I actually impacted their lives. They picked a lot of things from me. Some of them had issues outside classroom that they will come back to me and talk to me about, and apparently I talk and make them feel better about themselves. So yeah, I think it's a ministry.
That's another aspect of you.
Yeah.
Which is. But then let's talk about your role as a songstress. You are a gospel singer.
I am.
Under the name Wejewo.
Yes.
Wejewo. What does Wejewo mean?
Wejewo is a name my grandmother gave me when I was born, and said, "Who has God despised?" Because of the circumstances surrounding my birth. So he said, okay. So, she said, this baby hasn't even been born, and everybody is already rejecting the baby. But who has God despised? Meaning that God accepts everyone, and that name. Actually, anybody who calls me Wejewo, you are my friend, not the patience one. The Wejewo keeps me grounded because of the meaning. It reminds me of how I came into this world and why I am still here. So yeah, God does not despise anyone. Yeah. He said, come to me. Anyone who comes, he accepts. Yeah. For whosoever includes everybody. Yeah. Whosoever shall believe. Yeah. And that's what my name simply means.
Wejewo is a beautiful name.
Thank
now
you.
You've said coming from your own mouth,
Yeah.
Wejewo. Wejewo is a beautiful.
We means God in Kasim. That's my language. Yeah.
We is God.
Is God.
Wejewo. So Wejewo is your stage
my
name.
Traditional name, and I use it for my music.
For your stage, your music as well. And you've recorded how many songs to date?
I have a full album, and then I have about 12 singles that I never even put together as an album, but I've released all of them online. So all my songs are online.
So we can stream all of them online?
Oh yeah, you can.
Hey, I'm going to have a field day. I've got something to do this weekend. I'm going to listen to Wejewo. I'm going to go to look at... In fact, I'm going back to YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm going to see you.
I have videos there.
Not only for your singing, but for your acting as well.
Oh yeah. I don't know if those movies are online.
They are online. Okay. You should be able to get them.
Okay.
And I want to see you there, because I watched it for a while, and then I stopped watching. So I guess by the time you had come on, I had stopped watching it.
Okay.
Life takes over.
I know.
Sometimes other things always take over. Yeah. But I'm so enjoyed. There's so much we could speak about, but for time.
Yeah.
So I just want us to move on to segment of the show.
Okay.
Which is lighter.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
But viewers, don't go away. We're still here. Keep watching.
Right.
Welcome back, my dear viewers. For those of you who just joined, I'm sitting here talking to Professor Patience Abor of the Ghana Business School. So, lighten things up. You have to just tell me these things on the top of your mind. Yes. Since you have great memory,
but I should have seen
tap into the recesses of your mind and give me the answers. They're quick ones.
Okay.
And easy ones.
Right.
Easy ones.
I know you are very kind.
Coffee or tea?
Tea.
Why tea?
Not even tea that much, but between coffee and tea, I would do tea.
You definitely do tea.
Yes, please.
Early mornings or late nights?
Late nights.
One book you think everyone should read?
The Spirit of Leadership.
By?
Dr. Miles Monroe.
Oh, I think you're the second person that said that to me. A city you could return to again and again?
Switzerland.
Odd. Why? It's so beautiful.
So clean, so beautiful, so peaceful. Yeah.
One word that best describes you outside of your professional titles?
Resilience. Yeah.
Resilience.
Yeah.
Lecture hall or art studio?
Hey.
Where do you feel most alive?
Art studio.
Now, you're not doing justice to your name.
I know.
Eh?
I'm so sorry. I like the lecture of arts. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yes.
The one life lesson motherhood has taught you in a single word?
Learn.
If you had to choose advocacy, speech, or published paper, what would you do?
Advocacy.
A woman whose journey you draw inspiration from.
There are a lot of. But now, which one? Hey, a woman, alive or dead, please.
It doesn't matter. You can be congratulating people posthumously.
My grandma.
Your grandmother.
Cecilia Ketio Mahama.
She was very, very
Strong.
Instrumental in your upbringing.
Strong.
She was.
I didn't even know women were weak because of her. Yeah.
But there's something also about Northern women. Northern women are probably the strongest. Northern Ashanti, they're very, very strong women.
Yeah, resilient,
yes, resilient women.
Yeah.
One everyday habit that keeps you balanced across all your roles.
Worship, moments of worship.
You worship every day? Wow.
By the time I'm done, I'm energized. It keeps me grounded the whole day, and I feel like I can actually do anything within the day after I've worshipped.
I can do all
All
things
things through Christ who
strengthens
strengthens me.
And that is who you are.
Yeah.
But it's been a real joy. Before I let you go, can you give us one word of advice for a young woman who is watching the show today? As we like to say here, we're the Today's Woman show. We're actually trying to showcase women who have done things against the odds, like yourself. You've taken on many roles and you still continue to be who you are. There's somebody who is sitting watching, totally conflicted about where life is taking her to. What piece of advice will you share with her as your parting words?
What has brought me thus far myself, which is resilience, I think every woman out there should know that you have everything it takes, even naturally. And so by nature and by the Spirit of God, if you believe in God, I believe you can do anything in this world. You can break all the barriers, shatter the ceilings like most women have done. I mean, if another woman has been able to do it, I think it is just fair for you to think that you can also do it. So yes, be strong, dig within yourself and know that you have what it takes to succeed. Thank you.
Wow, that was very beautiful.
Thank
Resilience
you.
is the key word. The key
because
word
we fall
over here.
every time. We fall every now. We fail. We have setbacks, but the ability to bounce back
is what is most
is
important.
very important.
And I also like to tell people there's so many ways to kill a cat.
Yeah.
You know, yes, sometimes people are overwhelmed, you know, so when things happen, then they just want to go under, they just want to cover their heads and not do things, disappear. But you know, once you overcome one thing, you will overcome another.
It gives you the impetus for the next one.
For the next one.
Yeah.
You know, it gives you that that oomph you need to keep going.
Keep moving.
Keep moving. And I'm so proud. I'm really, truly honored to meet a woman who is a professor, an advocate, a singer, songwriter as well, an actress as well, and then a mother and a wife.
Thank you.
What other role else can I add to this?
The president. I haven't been before.
Ghana's first female president. We have a vice now, but we are pushing for you.
We're going there.
This is Team Wejewo. We are getting you there. We're going to make sure that you become the first.
You are so
Please,
kind.
Then you can take me as your chief of staff. I beg you.
You are so kind. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
And
it's such an honor.
All the best
it's such
to
an
be.
honor.
Thank you. The honor is all mine. The
so
honor
glad.
is
I'll
really,
keep
truly
in
mine.
touch.
Please do.
Thank
Please
you
do.
so much. Nice meeting you.
So viewers, it's now time for the world of trendy. Don't go away. We still have more for you.
The 5-minute face. In today's fast-paced world, women juggle 1,000 things, but looking fresh doesn't have to take forever. With just 5 minutes and 5 products, you can achieve a polished, natural look that takes you from morning meetings to evening plans. Step 1. Start with a tinted moisturizer or BB cream. It hydrates, protects, and evens your skin tone in one go. Step 2. Brighten up with concealer. A few dabs under the eyes or over blemishes and you're instantly refreshed. Step 3. Add life with a cream blush. Pop it on your cheeks and even dab some on your lips for a natural flush. Step 4. Swipe on mascara. Just one coat makes your eyes look more open and awake. Step 5. Finish with brow gel to frame your face and keep everything neat and defined. That's it, the 5-minute face. Quick, chic, and confidence boosting. Because sometimes 5 minutes is all it takes to look and feel unstoppable.
Welcome back. I hope that the trendy woman was informative enough. I mean, for all of us, we need this quick 5-minute face so that when we have somewhere to go, we're still putting our best face forward. Now it's time for Woman on the Move.
My name is Ivayenchi, the founder of T Inc. And under T, we run 2 brands. T Cosmetics, where we make body and lip care products like lip glosses, scrubs, and balm. And then we have the Real Organic Food, under which currently we produce the Real Organic Red Oil, which we sell locally here and around and also export to the international market. At T, we believe that you deserve quality, and that is what drives everything we do. But for today, we'll be focusing more on T Cosmetics. Right from my early days at tertiary, I discovered my love for entrepreneurship, but finding my niche was the challenge. I did sell body splashes, wigs, you name it, but then the vision was just not clear. There was no form of fulfillment with those things I was selling. In the latter parts of level 200, there was a deeper call for me to get more aligned with God and get closer to Him. And so I began. And in the process of prayer and more intimacy, the vision began being more clearer, and I finally discovered my purpose. I recall during those times too, GMPC did organize a career fair program, of which Dr. Fedolo Usuaje was a speaker, and his presentation also brought clarity. From there, I started researching, writing down more, and taking small steps, and that's how T eventually began unfolding. We aren't there yet fully, but T is already a move. It's no surprise that one of our core values is to have more tertiary internal ambassadors involved, because that's where the dream literally was birthed. On some days, it's simply planning and replanning, but whatever the focus be, it all draws back to ensuring excellence. One big challenge has been navigating limited resources as a young, growing brand, but every challenge has pushed us to be more creative, more resilient, and more intentional on building T the right way. What has surprised us the most is the level of support coming from our loved ones, friends, customers, and now students. People really connect with our brand so well, and it has been so encouraging. In the next few years, our vision is to actualize the mantra and scope of T as it has been purposeful, and make T one of the most leading and trusted brands internationally and in Africa, with more products, more visibility, and more impact. And at the same time, we want to create more opportunities for students through our ambassador network. What keeps us going is literally remembering why we started in the first place. This is beyond just producing products. It's about purpose, it's about adding value, and also about reminding people that they deserve quality. Purpose matters. You can't just start something because people are doing it. Without having fulfillment and the vision not being clear, you definitely give up. But when you already have a clear vision of where you are going, regardless of the challenges that will pop out, because the vision is already written down and you know where you are going, nothing will stop you until you see the vision being actualized. So gather your purpose, find the vision, and then follow through it regardless of the challenges that will come. When we say T, the response is because you deserve quality. I'm Ivayenchi, the founder of T Inc., a woman on the move.
What a gift it has been to sit with a woman who continues to remind us that excellence and compassion are not opposites, but partners in impact. From scholarship to service, from healing to artistry, her journey proves that when women rise, entire communities rise with them. A huge thank you to Prof. Abor for sharing her story with us, and for showing us that today's woman's passions have no boundaries, and she can indeed be everything she dreams to be. Thank you to our sponsors, Gino Tomato Mix, Onion and Pepper Mix, Jollof Mix, Gino Truly Cares, and Esso Aesthetics. So you, so beautiful. And you, our cherished viewers. Till next week, remember, you're called, you are chosen, you are today's woman.
Today's Woman is brought to you by
Gino Pomo Tomato Mix.